ZuZu Learns! Hello, friends! Welcome back to ZuZu Learns! We're in our writing skills series, where we learn to write, trace, and have fun together. Today's lesson is all about learning and tracing the alphabet. Let's start learning and writing. Let's start with the letter A. A is for ant. Look, it's so tiny and busy. Now let's trace big A and small a. Now it's time for the letter B. B is for ball. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's trace big B and small b together. Here comes the letter C. C is for cat. Meow, meow, meow. Let's trace big C and small c. Next is the letter D. D is for duck. Quack, quack, quack. Let's trace big D and small d. Now we have the letter E. E is for egg. Smooth and oval, ready to crack. Let's trace big E and small e. Time for a fun worksheet. Let's write the capital letters for the small letters given below. Ready? Let's begin. Here comes the letter F. F is for flag. Waving high in the sky. Let's trace big F and small f together. Let's play a fun matching game. Draw a line to match each letter with the right picture. G is for grapes. Yummy and round. Let's trace big G and small g together. H is for hat. Look at this cute hat. Let's trace big H and small h together. Time for a practice worksheet. Let's write all the letters from A to H, big and small. Let's have some fun. Draw lines to match each letter to its picture. Time to fill in the blanks. Can you write the missing letters and complete the alphabet? I is for ice cream, yummy and sweet. Let's trace big I and small I together. J is for jug. Pour, pour, pour. Let's trace big J and small j together. Time for a matching worksheet. Can you match the capital letters to the small letters? K is for kite, flying high in the sky. Let's trace big K and small k together. L is for lamp, shining bright and warm. Let's trace big L and small l together. Time to find the missing letters. Can you fill in the blanks and complete the alphabet? M is for moon, glowing bright in the night sky. Let's trace big M and small m together. Let's fill in the missing alphabets. Can you complete the letters and finish the row? Time for a practice worksheet. Let's trace and write all the letters from A to M, big and small. N is for nose. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Let's trace big N and small n together. O is for onion, round and yummy. Let's trace big O and small o together. Next is P is for pen, ready to write and draw. Let's trace big P and small p together. Time for a fun activity. Can you circle the picture that begins with the letter O? Q is for quilt, cozy and soft. Let's trace big Q and small q together. R is for ring, shiny and round. Let's trace big R and small r together. Time for a capital letters worksheet. Can you write the capital letters for the small letters given below? S is for snake, slithering, slithering. Let's trace big S and small s together. T is for tree, tall and green. Let's trace big T and small t together. Time for a matching activity. Can you match each letter to its picture? U is for umbrella. Open it up when it rains. Let's trace big U and small u together. V is for violin. Play a happy tune. Let's trace big V and small v together. W is for watermelon. Juicy and sweet. Let's trace big W and small w together. X is for X-ray. See inside your bones. Let's trace big X and small x together. Time for a fun beginning sounds worksheet. Can you write the beginning sound for each picture? Y is for yo-yo. Up and down it goes. Let's trace big Y and small I together. Z is for zigzag. Let's make zigzag lines. Let's trace big Z and small z together. Time for a full alphabet practice worksheet. Let's trace and write all the letters from A to Z, big and small. Let's fill in the missing letters. Can you complete the blanks and finish the alphabet? Can you match the capital letters with their small letters? Let's do a revision worksheet. Trace and write all the letters from A to Z, big and small. Let's write the sky letters that reach up high. Now let's write the grass letters. It's time to write the root letters. Let's do a revision worksheet. Trace and write all the letters from A to Z. Let's learn the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Now it's time for the consonants. Now let's read and write some "and" words. Amazing! Now let's read and write some "at" words. Let's do a revision worksheet. Trace and write all the letters from A to Z. Amazing! Now let's read and write some "n" words. Great, friends! Now let's read and write some "in" words. Now let's read and write some "it" words. Perfect! Now let's read and write some "ought" words. Let's match the capital letters to their small letters. Great job! Now let's read and write some "un" words. Amazing! Now let's read and write some "the" words. Let's do a revision worksheet. Trace and write all the letters from A to Z. Let's read and write 2-letter words. Short and simple. Wow! You've learned so much! Keep practicing your writing with ZuZu. See you in the next workbook!